Take 8,000. Hey everybody, welcome back to Monkey Shine Lab. What I've got for you today is, we're going to talk a little bit about change, and we're going to talk about the newness of things. As a person who's been reading and watching television and watching movies over my life, the one thing I have come to understand is that everything changes, and the more you can get used to things changing, the happier you'll be overall in terms of these hobbies, because characters change. And watching Doctor Who all the years that I did, and watching Godzilla movies, even Godzilla was in one film would be a good character, in another film he would be the evil character. There's always going to be somebody else's vision, somebody else's changes that are going to be considered down the line. And they're going to kill characters off, and they're going to bring them back. The Flash and Green Lantern are two classic cases of that. But when they decided to hand down the armor side of the Marvel Universe to a new generation, they made it into a character that I just instantly took to. Now, I don't know if it's because she's a character from Chicago and I was just really digging the skyline being in those comics, but the character of Riri Williams and Ironheart is, yet another way in which the Iron Universe is sort of expanding and changing. And I really dig this character. And Chris Sheets, our friend and resident artist here at the channel, also has been watching and understands that I dig this character. So when he went by an Ollie's recently, he ended up scoring me the Wakanda Forever Ironheart. Okay. Wakanda Forever is a good film, but I do not think that it was necessarily a really good use of the Riri Williams character. I don't know that it was the best representation of her, because one of the things that I really enjoy about this character, you can see it just jump right off the page in terms of the writing, is the wheels are always turning in this young lady's head, and she's always 19 steps ahead of the rest of the people around her. She's that smart. She's a little bit socially inept. She fits really well into the whole Miles Morales side of Spider-Man and some of the younger characters, and they're going to start putting these younger characters into their own films and their own conflagrations of young Avengers and things of that nature. So like them or not, these characters are here to stay. But I thought I would open this up kind of quick and show you what's involved with the character, and tell you what I'm going to do with this, because I've been going through all of my toys and action figures and models and things of this nature, everything that you see around me here. I've been going through and sort of breaking it down, calling it down to just the pieces that I really, 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 really love. And so I've got a huge box for a garage sale or yard sale this fall. But right now it's just sweaty hot here, and that's why I'm sorry if you hear the fan. I apologize. But anyway, let's take a look at this real quick. And this is the first time, by the way, that I have ever opened up one of these no window, ecologically sound cardboard cases. So if somebody figure swapped on this box, we're all gonna have a good laugh. It may happen, and if it does, I didn't plan for it. Anyway, let's turn the camera around and see what we got going on in the box. Okay. Sorry about the cat hair. You can't have nothing nice, right? All right. So this is a Marvel Legends from the Wakanda Forever set, and on the top you can see that it was down at Ollie's, and it was $9. That is the way to purchase action figures, yo. Wait till they hit those secondary sale places like Ollie's and Ross and stuff like that. Paying, in my estimation, honestly, paying, $26 to $30 for a Marvel Legend is some seriously inflated pricing, and I do not mind saying so. It's my job to be opinionated for you all. Anyway, on the back you get a little look of what they've included, a couple of alternate hands, because she's got these smoke effects too that can be put on these guns, and she's got a swappable head, so there's quite a bit going on here. And the cover art is just excellent. I'm working in some very cramped space here to try to do this. I apologize. But I turned around and looked at my desk. And as is always the policy around here, I'm going to be honest. My office is a pigsty. There. I said it. Clean your office. It's time. Okay. So this is their no ecologically sound packaging, which basically means that they give you a bunch of wax paper. I don't know like how reusable this is. I'll probably save it and put cards to mail to Chris or Andre or Rusty or any of those folks. We believe in reusing as much as possible, and these will be good bags to keep things from scuffing against one another. A lot of stuff. The shoulder jets come unattached. I really like it when they give you these effect pieces. The War Machine that Andre sent me was very much like that. And that's that. This kind of cardboard, by the way, completely recyclable because there's no gloss on it anywhere. But most of the time, this sort of cardboard, because it's been printed on and it's glossy like that, sometimes that's not recyclable depending on what area of the world you're in, what area of the country you're in, whatever. So check with your local recyclers before you send it off that way. But they're, like I said, they're trying to be ecologically sound in doing this. They're also trying to they're trying to improve on their packaging, but you know the problem with that is that a lot of recycling lately, at least in our country, in the United States, it's a bit of a joke, and we all start knowing it. Anyway, let's talk about this figure here, shall we? This is amazing now that I've gotten it out of the box. The armor is super glossy. I love that. It sets off the sort of semi-gloss parts of black and such really nicely. And this figure just looks fantastic. You know, it's got double jointed knees. No? Yeah, it does. Double jointed knees, single jointed elbows, but that's what's going on with female characters lately. It's a whole nother discussion. This is really impressive. I don't know how accurate that face is to the actress, but comes with a helmeted head, and like I said, it comes with the smoke effects and 2 blaster effects, some sort of hosing. Oh, hoses for the gun, so that gets plugged onto her armor somewhere. Let's pop these on and see how they look. That adds considerable weight to the character, but it really it feels great in your hand. I'm certainly not gonna say that at $10 this wasn't worth it. And I would even be hard pressed to say that at the $25 or whatever that they had this at, that this was, somehow a ripoff. But boy, this character is awesome. Top to bottom, start to finish. All of the effect parts, the jet parts, oh man. It's just fantastic. I am going to have a lot of fun with this. Basically, what I'm going to do with it, too, is eventually she will hang from the ceiling in some sort of flying pose for sure. Part of the reason for that is that she's a flying character, and I love doing that with characters that fly, but also because I don't have a lot of space, so I tend to put stuff up off of the ceiling, and with 4-pound test monofilament, and then it looks like it's flying. So and it keeps it up out of the pet hair, it keeps it up out everywhere. But wow, this is a neat figure. Thank you very much, Chris. I really appreciate that. And I think this is a good representation of the suit and the character and stuff like that. I gotta tell you, maybe just the film. I don't think the film successfully used the property. But that happens a lot. find that, well, Black Adam, anyone? All right, let me turn you back around here. There she is with her helmet on. All in all, just an absolutely fantastic little action figure. Especially if you have an Ollie's near you and you can find them for the price that they're at right now. Absolutely phenomenal, and it's going to be joining the variety of armored suits that I have. I have a couple different Iron Man suits and stuff like that, so that's going to be proudly displayed right up there with the other ones. So much for binging and purging my action figure collection, right? But in this case, I'm certainly glad to sort of have it all. Do I have it up? Yeah, I do. I have it all. Again, that's the Ironheart figure. I highly encourage you not to judge the character by what you got of her in Wakanda Forever. This is a fantastic film for a lot of other reasons, and I think that they probably could have just laid off of the character entirely, but I think they're really trying to kickstart her in there, kind of like Kamala Khan and some of the other young heroes. They want to get them together for their own films and their own team-ups and all that other good stuff. So, excuse me. You know, we will see the return of Riri Williams, but until that time, I highly suggest that you check these out. The Marvel collections are pretty cheap because at this time there's not a super high demand on the character. But again, you know, reach out, embrace it. It's going to be a change that they're going to make whether you like it or not. In addition to all this other stuff that, you know, Tony Stark is not gone. And they will continue to issue things with Tony Stark. You know, don't be afraid of change. Just be highly critical of it once it happens. Be vulgar and critical, right? There you go. I have that's my fart ninja is set up so that it scares my cats away from certain parts of the room. It works pretty well. Of course, I can't get it to work now. Story of my life. But anyway, that's the Ironheart, Marvel Legends Ironheart. And yeah, thank you very much, Chris. That was awesome. That was awesome. I will be back. I have other stuff to show you, but please remember, in order not to miss an episode, remember to subscribe, please. That would be really helpful if you did. Have you subscribed yet? Be a lot cooler if you did. I promise I'll never do Matthew McConaughey again. If you subscribe now. If you don't subscribe, Lord knows what I'm capable of. Anyway, I'm gonna go hang out with my wife for a while. It's been wonderful talking to you all. Have a good day. See you tomorrow.
Always a treat to see you. Be careful what you whisk for. I'm one curious cat.
You people.